is going to be an example of, this is really common when the chains are too long for your tires. And there's a number of reasons why the chains are going to come long on your tire. First of all, you've got the thick tread that can make them come up shorter, so you might need that extra length. If it gets into the tread, you can see you can need the extra length. So, and if they come up short, you got to make sure that you evenly space them and try to get them to lay that you can get more length out of them. But in this case, this chain is definitely... Things you're looking for is, forget about the length. Length can be adjusted. It doesn't make a difference how long it is. Of the chain, good. That's the important thing. We don't ever ask a customer to adjust the width of the chain. If the chain lays fairly in the center of the sidewall and above the wheel, it's good. If it drapes down a little too much, that means you're going to get some bite out of the side chain, so that's okay. You just don't want it to be hanging too far down. In this case, this chain fits this tire really well. Length is too long, so we're going to show you how to adjust that. Determine how much you need to take off. What you want to do is you want to bring from this side over, and see where it's going to go. So you see, if we didn't adjust it, the chain would overlap. So we're going to remove the cross chains, as many cross chains as necessary, so that we can get a good fold over. And I would say it's probably going to be in this area here. And remember, this is just an example that we want to over and give you a good example of why and how to adjust a pair of chains, and the length doesn't make a difference. When you adjust the chain, so we have it laid out, we have the hooks facing upward. There's a couple ways that you can get these off. So if you want to just get the job done and without respect for keeping any parts, you could just cut the cross chain hook and then just remove it and remove them that way. You could take a chisel, a cold chisel, and drive it down between the fingers. So take the chisel, drive it down through, and then that'll spread the fingers. What I'm going to use here is our 7302 plier. And the idea is, you can see it right here, the jaw overlaps, so it's going to spread that hook as it goes down. This side will close a hook. So you want to put it in between the fingers of the cross chain, just like that, and then watch how it overlaps and spreads the hook. So it doesn't damage anything. It spread the hook, and so you can reuse that hook another time. So this plier here, to reinstall this, you would use this, and then you'd crimp it down. You could also use just a regular pair of pliers to squeeze that down. But you can see, that'll just close that hook. We also have another pair of pliers, which is the 7305s, which is a little easier to use for closing on this chain. And you can see how you grab the fingers of the hook and then you crimp it down, and it crimps it, and then you do the other half the same way. Also use the 7305 on a small chain like this. You could use a 7305, and that'll spread the hook as well and take it off. But I find using this to open it a lot easier than using this to open it. But this does a better job on the small chain to close it. Now I'm going to proceed taking off we figured that we would take off on this chain, as an example, 4 cross chains. So we're going to remove these 4 cross chains, fit it back on the tire, see if it overlaps, see if you need to take more off.